Good morning, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome. Been a long day. Been a long couple of days. We are back, as you know. That's right, guys. The First Family of Vegas show is back better than ever. Every weekday we'll be coming to you on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, joined by some of the world's best documented cappers and some of the world's biggest sports bettors. Brought to you by the best website in the business on the planet, SportsMemo. We're going to be releasing a ton of free pick winners, some great betting insights, and have a few laughs to boot. So join us each day so we can improve your bankroll. We've got a great show today, guys. Let me bring everybody on. Now, Dan Kaiser, he's having some tech issues. He's going to be joining us mid-broadcast or someplace during the broadcast. But I want to welcome Sniper Wes and Stevie Seagrave. Welcome, guys. How is everybody today?
Great.
Well, Stevie's been a regular on the show, and we've only been back a week. Guys, I want you to know, we might as well let Steve know, being on the First Family show is like being in the mob. Once you're in, there's only one way to leave. And we love you, Steve. Steve, we ain't going to let you leave. I want to say, Steve, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm happy to be here. $5 Tuesday, so I'm always excited about that.
Absolutely. And I want to give a little like an intro to Sniper Wes. Sniper Wes has been around a while. He's no stranger to making money in sports betting. I want you to know how I got to know Sniper Wes. You know, I could be, I don't, there's a lot of stuff I don't like to put up with in the world, let alone in sports betting. And in a world that class is a very rare thing, and in a business that it's even rarer, Sniper Wes and I have become friends over recent years because he is one of the few people in this world, let alone in this business, that shows class day in and day out. He is a class act. He is a winning capper. He is a very unselfish person. You know, sports betting and handicapping is it's a big pissing contest. And cappers don't like to share the spotlight. Sniper Wes is not someone who says, oh, well, let me not share this. Let me not give some praise to that guy. He is very unselfish. He's a very sweet person. I mean that in the truest sense of the word. And he is now with SportsMemo when he's doing some great. Sniper Wes, we'd like to welcome you.
Hey, I appreciate it. It's great to be here. As you know, I actually just moved to Vegas from the great city of Los Angeles, but very excited to be here and very excited to actually meet you face to face for the first time over this Zoom. And really looking forward to it. Looking forward to being on SportsMemo and looking forward to kicking some bookmaker butt here. And thanks for having me on.
Well, Sniper, a couple of quickies. First of all, I want you to know anybody that appears on the First Family show usually gets put on the top 10 FBI most wanted list for killing bookmakers. We're wanted for murder. We're wanted for arson, for burning sports books. But you are certainly going to add to our most wanted list. Second thing, and guys, Wes has reached out to me more than a few times in the last week, and we'll touch on our personal situation in a minute. And he wanted to hook up with us. Unfortunately, we couldn't. We had some other things we were dealing with. But I do want to let Sniper Wes officially know that anytime we go out, Wes, you ain't got to worry. I always carry bail money in my pocket. We'll be covered, okay?
There we go.
Dan Kaiser will be joining us shortly, guys. He's having some tech problems. He's doing some great work. Got a couple of quickies. And anybody who's married, as long as Dionne and I are, you'll love a good quickie. Even before we were married. Oh, God. A couple of things I want to tell everybody. First of all, we're on our YouTube channel. Subscribe now, like it, ring that bell so you don't miss anything. I want to get on a personal note. You guys know we've been having some issues with one of our dogs, Dice. Yesterday we did an early show, and we are glad we did the early show because we rushed Dice over to the emergency room, and unfortunately, things didn't work out. Dice crossed the Rainbow Bridge just before 9 a.m. Pacific time yesterday. I'm sorry. I know this is an upbeat show in sports betting, but I can never bullshit you guys. You guys know when I'm sad, when I'm happy, when I'm pissed. I'm never going to lie to you guys. I try not to lie to anyone, let alone people that I care about. And I know that you guys put your trust in us. And I care about that, so I can never lie to you. So in a certain way, you guys are like friends and family. Dice crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Don't want to get any more, but we've received so many comments, so many messages, instant message. Thank you. Real quick, guys, my son left for the Marines 11 years ago. He's out now for about a year. He's in Arizona putting his training to good use. But he left for the Marines, and we raised our son, and Our son was our life. And when he went, it affected us a lot. We do a lot for our troops here. I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't want to go into detail. The stuff we do for all of our armed forces is known pretty well, but I tried to keep my son out of any occupation to get shot at. So it affected us. We got diced the same week that Joey went into the Marines and graduated from the Marine Corps. And he's the only boy we've ever had. Mm-hmm. So in a certain way, dice helped fill that void and help us cope with the missing of Joey, because he was a lot like Joey. Very cute to look at, a little dopey, and he loved beer. That's a whole other thing. So, guys, I don't want anybody to did not have a beer yesterday. We were going to have tip a beer to Dice, but in our emotional state, I don't think it was a good thing. I don't think the sorrow and the shock of him passing would have mixed with alcohol. And I want to blow anybody's sobriety, but anybody out there want to give a little shout out to Dice today? Tip a beer, because he really loved his beer. Sorry. Other than that, guys, we love you and thank you. We did have some technical difficulties ourselves here. We got some wins in Vegas that rivaled monsoon season in Guam. So Sniper Wes brought some bad weather with him. I'm blaming him. I'm just kidding. We do have Paul Anka this upcoming week. We're going to take Pops D'Amico, my father. If you think I'm loud and obnoxious, guys, apples don't fall far. My father could start an argument in church on Easter Sunday. I love my dad. Another thing, chime in. I got a question for everybody out there. Anybody watching, I'd like you to chime in with an underdog team you feel has a shot to upend a better team in round one of the big dance. That's a good topic today, and maybe I'll even ask our panel that. Also, first official MLB game. Now, I didn't put it out because it did go off at 3 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time, 6 o'clock Eastern. I didn't put it fair, but the Dodgers were only like $1.30-something, $1.40-something. There's no way. I don't care who's pitching. Sandy Koufax can come back at 85 years old and pitch for the Dodgers against the Cubs. I played the Dodgers. They did win 4-1. There is one more thing, guys. We have a sports memo bracket I want to let everybody know about. You see the buzz link for it. It's wt.buzz/bracket, wt.buzz/bracket. You could go up against all your favorite sports memo and wager talk cappers. Go there. There are prizes. I didn't want to ring them out. I want to go over them. Go find out. Come up against us. Dionne's got a couple of things she wants to talk about, and then we're going to go into some free winners.
Yeah, so we do have $5 Tuesday today over at Sports Memo. All of the cappers do have a $5 play loaded already. Head on over there because some of them may be a 5% play, and you cannot go wrong for just $5. We also do have another amazing special right now for myself and Joey. It's a buy 30 days, get 30 days free. It's buy one, get one free, just $239. That gets you everything that the two of us release for 30 days. Joey is the number one capper the last 7 days, and I'm the number 2 capper the last 7 days. So head on over there. There is no code necessary at all. All you have to do is go to our homepage and click on that deal.
By the way, guys, my phone is blowing up on every type of social media. It's ding and ding and ding, ding, ding. Thank you for all your stuff about Dice. We love you guys. And even Jesse's in the comments. Jesse Schul will be on the show a couple of times this week. Saying, giving us his condolences. This capper special for Dionne and myself, she's on fire. And every year she finishes top like I do in college basketball. Buy one, get one. You can't beat that, man. If you bet $10 a game or 10,000, this will be the best March Madness you ever had. Just want to point out who's number 1 and who's number 2. Just want you to know.
Whatever. Wait. But yesterday it was the opposite way. I was number 1, you were number 2. It just so happens, that whole 7-day thing knocks off the one. So
you just remember that when we got married, you got my last name and I upped your stock. I upped her stock, sports fans. Having said that, I'm going to take the glasses off because you can see the bags, but I'm taking the glasses off for the first time. I never take my glasses off. I get up at 1 a.m. I keep hours like a meth cook because while most people, it's true, Sniper Wes. Oh, look at that. Stephen West knows some meth cooks, I'll tell you that. They were laughing at it. No, because when most people in this world, and let alone in this business, are fast asleep in the bed, I'm up and working. It's not easy it's to achieve the success I've had in the years, let alone maintain it. But I'm up working my ass off to make sure you guys get winners. Having said that, the floor is open. You got any questions or comments? We're going to go right into some free plays. Guys, we're going to start off with Steve. He is doing great work. over at Sports Memo. Number 1 overall 2025 on Sports Memo. That's all sports. Number 1 NBA Sports Memo. I know he's going to tell you what he's been doing. I know he's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side today, maybe even over the next few days. And I know he's got another free winner for you. Stevie Seagrave, the floor is yours.
Yeah, well, my $5 play today is is a 4% NBA green play. And like you said, I've been running hot in the NBA, 4-0 run, but also in the long term, I'm up 72 units on the year, which is the most at Sports Memo. And for today, I got a player prop for you on the free play. We're going to be going to Mark Williams over 13.5 rebounds plus assists. And the key to this play here is Miles Bridges being out for this game for Charlotte, as it gives Williams upside in both categories on weak side rebounds, as well as on assists with the pick and roll with LaMelo Ball. Now with Bridges not being on the court, it kind of puts Williams in that spot, gives him a lot of opportunities at rebounds as well. Williams just had 16 rebounds plus assists against Atlanta a little less than a week ago on 26 combined chances. And this is a huge pace-up spot for the Hornets and Williams, as the Hawks rank number 2 in pace of play, Hornets number 20. So I'm looking at Williams here having some good upside on the rebounds as well as the assists, and going over this number here with Miles Bridges out of the lineup.
Stevie Seagrave, hold on a second, guys. Great stuff from Stevie Seagrave, who says take Mark Williams over 13.5 rebounds plus assists. Steve's doing great work, as he told you. 70 units, my goodness. Guys, I'm one of the best in the history of this business. I'm going to go to Sports Memo right now. I'm going to buy a discount for Steve, because I am not above getting good information from good people. He's one of the best. He's red hot. And numbers don't lie, guys. I can tell you, when I first met Dionne, I told her I was 5'10". When I had hair, I could get away with it. Not even close. Steve, can you tell everybody what else they can expect from you?
Yeah, so this week I'll be in action in the NBA, and then I'll obviously in NHL as well, and then I'll obviously be in action in college basketball. I'm pretty low volume when it comes to college basketball. I'm waiting for some of the player props to come out, because I do a lot with those and team totals as well. But over the last 2 years, from March 1st on, this season I'm 4-2. I've only had 6 plays so far in college hoops for March. And last year, from March 1st on, I went 10-4. So the last 2 seasons, I've released 20 total plays, went 14-6 on those plays. So I'll look to keep that going low volume. I'll be picking my spots. But when I do put out a play, I'm going to be 100% behind it.
Great stuff from Stevie Seagrave. Guys, go over to Sports Memo after the show. Go, you see his buzz link, sm.buzz.ss. Or just go right over to where you see him on the site. Follow him. You're going to follow him all the way to the bank. Steve, I'm going to make a note of something that I want to ask now. I had a little bet with Jesse Schul a few years ago. I'll tell you about in a second. I see you're a Boston everything. I'm a Yankee fan. Let me know. I don't want to put you on the spot. We can always make a head-to-head bet, Yankees, Red Sox. I want you to know, though. I think you're a great guy, and whoever wins the bet, obviously, we could bet at dinner. 2 years ago, Jesse Schul swore to me on this show that the Blue Jays were going to kick the Yankees' ass. We bet dinner. I want you to know, if I had to depend on that dinner, I would have gone hungry. All right, I still didn't get paid. It's 2 years. 2 years. I am better off getting a hair transplant and growing hair like my wife before I get that. I'm just messing with you, Jesse. Great stuff from Stevie Seagrave. He's a winner. I'm going to ask our cappers on the show if they do have, maybe towards the end of the show, if they do have an underdog, they think a big underdog that think they got a chance in round 1 of the big dance. If not, no worries. But I want to talk about my good buddy Sniper Wes, who has been a friend to me for quite a while, and we are officially on the same show for the first time ever. And we will be hooking up, and you'll probably be reading about it in the papers or on TMZ, because we'll probably get arrested. Guys, Sniper Wes has hit the ground running over at SportsMemo. He's doing some great work. He is going to tell you what sports he covers, what he's been doing, what you can expect from him on the premium side. And he's got not 1, but 2 free plays for you today. We're going to separate them in 2 segments. But his first play, he's going to give you in a minute. Wes, tell us what you've been doing, what they can expect from you, and you got a free play.
Well, you asked what sports I cover. It's more like what sports don't I cover. I'm very, very, very busy. I do, your MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, WNBA, college football, college basketball, UFC, CFL. I'm probably forgetting something. But let's just say I am busy 365 days a year. And as far as how I've been doing, obviously I just got to Sports Memo, but I am probably, and I don't want to toot my own horn. You know me, Joe. I'm not a very cocky or egotistical guy, but I am crushing UFC. I might be maybe the number one UFC capper on the planet right now because I am 17-5 in 2025 for 77% plus 4903 to the good.
Wow.
And I'm looking forward to kicking some bookmaker butt again here this weekend. I have a big card, and you can find all those plays over at Sports Memo as well. And doing pretty well in all the other sports too. I'm having a terrific NBA season. In fact, my NBA, I can tell you right now, I have it right here. My NBA this year, I am 69-47 for 59% plus 6,884. And that's on a reputable a site that you can go check out. So very excited to be at Sports Memo, like I said. And I do have a free play if you want me to get into that without any further
Absolutely.
ado.
Go right in.
All right, well, let's do it. So just like Steve, great minds think alike. I am going to the Hawks and Hornets game. It's a little scary. So I'm taking the over here. It's a little scary because the line's going against me. It's down at 236 now. It was at 238 yesterday when I actually officially bet this play. But so obviously the Hornets are a terrible team. They're 17-50. They are 10-24 at home. One thing I will say about them, though, they do cover numbers. They make bettors money. But I am looking at the total here. Atlanta, they've won the last 3 head-to-head, so Charlotte does have a revenge here. So I think they do show up and play hard. They're off an embarrassing 123-88 loss to the Clippers. The Hawks, they come in off a loss as well. In fact, they've lost 2 in a row. But the Hawks, they do have the Warriors on deck, okay? So they could be looking ahead to that game. And, the Hawks, they're just suspect defensively. In fact, the Atlanta Hawks, I mean, you know this, they've been suspect defensively for the past 4 decades, right? And Atlanta's 39-27 to the over this season. The over is 7-3 between these two teams when they hook up in the last 10 meetings. So I am going to take the over 236 points between the Atlanta Hawks and Charlotte Hornets, and you could take that to the bank.
Great stuff by Sniper Wes. Sports fans, he says Hawks Hornets over 236.5. Now he's going to give out another free play in just a moment, but I wanted to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side over at Sports Memo. Wes?
Yeah, well, like I said, I have a big UFC card this weekend. If you guys want to come and check it out, it is in London. Okay, so you need to check it out early. In fact, I might have to release it a day before just because of the time difference. So, looking forward to that UFC card and looking forward to March Madness. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a fantastic tournament. And you talked about barking dogs, Joe. There will be some barking dogs. There are barking dogs every single tournament, and we can get into maybe some dogs that you think have a good chance at upsets in the first round later, like you said. But yeah, really looking forward to the tournament. And big, sportsmemo.com. Looking forward to being part of the team.
Guys, Sniper West will be back with another free play, a bonus free play. Want everybody to know a couple quick things. First of all, he said 59% in his sport. He tells you he's one of the best in the world in UFC. 59%. For those of you who've been around the block in sports betting, you know how good that is. Guys, listen. You see people on social media. I've seen people come and go, not just over the years, but over the months, recent months. Guys will tell you they've hit this, they've hit that, they've hit this. Numbers don't lie. If you could hit 59% for a month, you'll make good money. Hit it for a season, you'll be rich. Let me tell you something. That is no small feat. I see guys. I had a guy tell me once I was sitting around the same 59, 60%. The guy said, "Oh, that stinks. That stinks." No, hold on a second, guys. We had an technical issue. We have winds outside. That stinks, guys. I used to go on my CBS and show. Guys, well, you're only on a 9-2 run. I've won 14 straight, blah, blah, blah. And I used to say, would you like to bet $1 million in cash? We'll pick 5 games every week against the spread. Thursday at 3 p.m. and we'll use the Superbook lines. No. Would you like to do 100,000? How about 10,000? I got down to, would you like to bet a case of beer? And nobody would ever put their money where their mouth is. Guys, I don't win every day. But if you could hit 59, 60%, guys, I'm going to tell you, you're not just going to get rich. You're going to get very rich. I'm going to tell you, you need a second mattress to hide your money from your wife, your girlfriend, and the IRS. And I do want to mention something to Sniper West. He did say something about tooting his own horn. Now that he lives in Vegas, he's going to come to realize you have to pay extra for that here. I'm just throwing that out here. All right. We would have had Dan come on. Now, if he doesn't come on, he's having some technical issues. Probably there's a lot of winds and storms throughout the country, as you know. If he doesn't come on, I'll give out his free play a little bit later. I'll just tell you who he's got. But I want to go to the First Lady of Las Vegas, who has been killing it in all sports. She had a winner last night in hockey, right? Or no? No, I had a loser too.
I
think
dropped my game yesterday.
We didn't know. Listen, I lost my first game in hockey in 6 weeks. She doesn't lose too many. By the way, Dan is coming back. I had lost my first game in 6 weeks. I put out like a game or two a week. I don't put out a ton of plays. She hasn't lost too many. We are right there as far as winning percentage. And I think we both had the same game.
We did.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Kings.
Yeah.
Wait,
but on a good note, my free play in hockey did win.
Yeah, I just want you to know. I hope the Los Angeles Kings, the entire team, catches chlamydia. We got Dan in here. We're gonna bring him on in a second. You know what? We're gonna go to Dionne. Let's go to Dionne first. You know, she's doing great work over at SportsMemo. Over the last 7 days, 8-2 run in college basketball.
Yes, sir.
8-2 run college basketball. She's killing every year in college basketball. She kills it. We've got a special, a buy one, get one. Let me tell you, you think one D'Amico is good? Two D'Amico is even better. But I want you to know how proud I am of Dionne. She does sports I don't do. And she comes in with teams. A couple of weeks ago, came in with Sacred Heart with an outright dog winner. Sacred Heart. Just want you guys to know, I got an older sister. I grew up first 10 years of my life in Yonkers before I moved to Little Italy. She went to Sacred Heart High School. That's about all I know about Sacred Heart. I said, what, the high school team? No, she had a team. So she really does amazing work, and she's up when I'm up at 1 a.m. for two reasons why. Number one, she wants to beat me every week, and she does a lot of time. And number two,
you don't let me sleep.
Because I don't let anyone. If you think I'm this loud and obnoxious on air, you should see me at 1 in the morning when the world is quiet. We're going to bring Dan on in a second. We're going to welcome him and everything. But I want to go to Dionne. She's going to tell you what she's been doing, what you can expect from her on the premium side, and she's got a free play winner for you. Dionne, the floor is yours.
Yeah, as everybody knows, I am very particular on releasing any college basketball releases, and that's why I'm the number 2 capper the last 7 days here at SportsMemo. And overall, as Joey did mention, I am on an 8-2 college basketball run. I am passing, though, today on premium releases, but I am excited to tell you that I will have some huge releases available for you tomorrow evening for the first round of the NCAA tournament. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into our free play today. So let's go to the NIT tournament action where Kent State travels to the Riley Center to take on St. Bonaventure. The Golden Flashes finished 3rd in the MAC, accumulating an overall record of 22-11 on the season. The Bonnies, they've completed the season 8th in the Atlantic 10 with an overall record of 22-11 as well. Unlike the NCAA tournament, the NIT first round will see teams playing on their home court. St. Bonaventure is 12-3 at Riley Center this season. Kent State, they're just 8-5 on the road. There is no question at all that the Bonnies faced better teams during the regular season and when asked to step up, have played well against tough opponents. They played it tight against Utah State, took down Providence, and beat VCU during the regular season. The Golden Flashes aren't so golden. I'm sorry. When they have to play tough teams. They got shellacked by Auburn, Alabama, and even UC Irvine. By the way, they've also failed to cover 5 straight games and have only covered 2 of their last 11 overall contests. The Bonnies, they'll be playing in front of their own crowd tonight on their home court, and they are certainly the better team here. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the points with St. Bonaventure.
First Lady of Las Vegas says, take the Bonnies minus the points. She's a winner, and you will be too. Go over to SportsMemo. Right now, you've got that discount. Buy one D'Amico, get the other one
just
for free for $239. Dionne, what do you got going on tonight on the premium side?
Well, as we did mention earlier, a little bit ago, I will be having some huge releases available tomorrow evening for the first round of the NCAA tournament. But for tonight, for just $5, I do have my NHL back of the net play over at SportsMemo. So go ahead and head over in there and take advantage of that $5 release.
Great stuff from the First Lady of Las Vegas. You see her Buzz link. It's sm.buzz/DA. She's a winner. I'm telling you right now, I got to get up even earlier sometimes just to make sure I'm doing my homework. And I told you how good she was doing her due diligence. She mentioned UCI. I thought that was a urinary tract infection. I had no clue they were a sports team. All I know is you got to drink a lot of cranberry juice. Dionne's doing great work. Go follow her. You'll make money with her. And they say there's a saying, this is better late than never. Dan Kaiser came in a little late today, but he's making a Muhammad Ali-like return to the ring, coming in dramatic fashion. Dan's always doing great work. First of all, Dan, how you doing? All right, buddy?
I'm doing good. Sorry I'm late, but you know how things, all things work until they don't. And I was having some microphone problems, and somehow I figured it out.
Well, we're glad you did. I know everybody out there is glad you did. By the way, when I have microphone problems, it doesn't matter because even without a mic, everybody out there can hear me. You're doing great work over at SportsMemo. I know that you are one of the sharpest guys in the history of this business. Guys, I said it before, I'll say it again. You do something once, you're lucky. Do it twice, you're lucky. Okay? Do it year in, year out, season in, season out. Very few in any business can do that, let alone the sports betting business. Dan Kaiser is one of those names that pops up in that discussion every time people talk about somebody who consistently wins. He's one of the best in the history of this business. All right, he's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side. He's got a free winner. Danny K, take it away, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I got a free play. This is college basketball. It's coming up on Friday. As everybody should know, I'm a huge Michigan State Spartan alumni. But I don't. Occasionally I do bet with my heart, but usually I bet with my head, and this is one of those instances. The number 2 Michigan State Spartans coming against the number 15 Bryant Bulldogs. This is the 27th consecutive tournament that Izzo's made, but they haven't made the Final Four in a while, and the last Big Ten champs back in was it 2000? So. The Big Ten to win the NCAA. So it's been a long time for the conference and for Izzo. Bryant, this is, they're a good team led by Phil Martelli Jr. They come in as American East Conference champs. They're known for their breakneck pace. They love to go up and down the court as fast as they can. They're ranked as one of the fastest teams in college basketball over the last 5 years. And they'll probably try to push the tempo in this game. There's a misconception out there that I think that the Spartans like to slow the ball down, but they will run when they feel they can, and I think they will run with Bryant in this one. Bryant likes to shoot the threes, but MSU has one of the better defensive teams at defending the three. I look at this. It's not hard to view this as a tailor-made matchup for the Spartans. To showcase their strengths. They're bigger. They're stronger. They're a better rebounding team, and they should be able to overpower this Bryant team. But that, to me, is kind of the problem. The Spartans, for years, have shown that they play down to the competition, especially in the tournament. The loss to Whiskey in the Big Ten tournament, they went the final 9 minutes in the first half without a field goal and went into the locker room trailing after dominating the first half, and they ended up losing that game. Michigan State does not shoot the three ball well. And that usually comes to their detriment because they can't get those easy, quick points. The thing about this one, they cannot let Bryant get hot from deep. I've seen this before. Middle Tennessee State, and the Spartans went out early in that tournament. I don't expect the Spartans to lose this game. I think it will be closer to the number, though. I think the Spartans will struggle early and not put this team away. And just to let everybody know, I'm going away for the weekend. The dog's staying with my son. So in case the Spartans do lose, he won't be hiding under the couch for a week. So saying that, take Bryant in this one plus the 17.5. I think they cover. I think State wins, but it's not going to be easy.
Great stuff by Dan, the Professor Kaiser. Dan, the man Kaiser. He says take Bryant. I'll tell you one thing, Dan. Dan really does know those teams up there in his neck of the woods, and he's as good as there comes. And Dan, we love you. Dan's going to be back on the show later this week again, I think. I think he's going to be on Wednesday. Oh, no, he's on Wednesday. That's it. I'll read down the rest of our schedule this week. I'm sorry. I write like a doctor. You can't read my own penmanship. Dan's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side today over at SportsMemo. Dan, take it away, kid.
Yeah, thanks. Today I got a 5% play and a 4% play in hockey for tonight. I've got a play in the first 4 on the Carolina-San Diego State game. I did win the under today in the first baseball game with the Cubs-Dodgers, and I will have a play up on tomorrow's baseball early this evening.
Great stuff from Dan Kaiser. Guys, by the way, Dan's going to be sticking around as well, Steve and Sniper Wes. If you got any questions or comments, chime in. We're going to try to get to them. Also, if there's a dog you like, I know Ben Burns chimed in and he likes Liberty, which They're a scrappy bunch.
They are.
They're a scrappy bunch.
That's
Dionne.
That's one of my teams.
Dionne's the queen of these smaller schools and smaller conferences. But guys, chime in. Everybody's going to be sticking around for a bit. We're going to do. Normally, we give one free play out, but Sniper Wes, he wanted to give you a bonus play. And as we mentioned, I know Wes for a long time. He does great work. He has a class act, wins consistently, which is good stuff. And he's huge with this. Is it all UFC, MMA? Is it all of that, Wes?
It's all of that. Let me tell you.
Wow, all of it. So if there's a fist fight, find Wes. He's your man. You never know. Sometimes before I go on the air, I'm pissing Dionne off. She hit me with a left-right uppercut combination. You never know. You can take odds on that. But Sniper Wes has a bonus play for everybody today. Wes, take it away, buddy.
Well, I'm looking to the ice here. So I'm looking to Nashville and St. Louis. So Nashville, they have looked terrible offensively the last couple of games, okay? But I still like the over in this game. Last I looked, it was 5.5. You might want to verify that, Joe. But I am looking at the over in this game because if you look at Major League Baseball and the National Hockey League, you guys all know this. If a baseball team has not scored a run in a couple of games or a hockey team has not scored a goal in a couple of games, they take that personally, right? What goes down must come up. What goes up must come down. So I think Nashville is going to be ticked, and I think they're going to get in the net tonight. And I just like the over in this situation. It's a regression to the mean, right? So I think they are going to bounce back. Nashville, they've only scored 1 goal their last 2 games, right? And they lost both games. So they're going to want to bust out offensively. Now, speaking of St. Louis, they've been playing great. They have scored 12 goals in their last 2 games, and I have been on them both of those games, which were both winners, by the way. And so I think St. Louis keeps up the goal scoring. I think Nashville busts out of their slump, and I'm going to take the over 5.5 goals. Last I looked, they might be at 6 now. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm going to take over whatever the total is. I like the over. I think there's going to be goals here in Nashville. I think both teams are going to get in the back of the net.
Great stuff by Sniper Wes. He said over. Blues Predators. He's a winner. You will be too. Go to SportsMemo. Go follow the new kid on the block on SportsMemo. Not a new kid to sports betting or making people money. He's going to stick around if you got any questions or comments. Now, guys, it's about that time to break forth the rhythm of the North. It's about that time. Lower the volume. Joe D is going to be taking the floor for a minute. Now, first of all, I do want to say we've got that discount, $5 Tuesday. Tonight, Wilma. Tonight, I've got 2 NHL winners for you. Guys, I dropped my first NHL game. I don't put out a lot of NHL. I put out 1 to 2 a week. I dropped my first game in 6 weeks last night with the Kings. I have my 60% power play. That's up for $5. Can't get a lap dance at a Boulder Highway strip club for $5, and those girls got 3 teeth. And I've got my 17-7 slap shot. No, really, those girls got 3 teeth. Don't ask me how I know, and don't look at me like that. Anyway, no, they got 3 teeth. Anyway, my 17-7 slap shot, and I do want to tell you this discount they're offering. I love SportsMemo. They just do so many great things for us. Dionne and myself, buy one get the other.
30 days.
239, 30 days. I believe that's all sports, right? I want to double check that. I want to make sure I believe it's all sports. Either way, even if it's college basketball, guys, you will make money. You'll have the best month you've ever had. Now, I do want to talk before I go into my free play. They say it ain't bragging if you can back it up. And right now, yours truly, Joe D, can back it up. Over the last 7 days right here at SportsMemo, #1, college hoops capper. I've won 7 consecutive premium releases. Overall, I'm riding a 13-3-1 run in college hoops. To be honest with you guys, I wasn't in love with anything today between the 2 games in the first 4 or the NIT. But I want you to know some guys. I'm not one of them full of crap guys. I'm not a general in the back that says charge. Go get him, guys, while he's sitting in the back while everybody else is on the front. I'm a sergeant in the trenches with you. If I don't bet a game, I would never ask you to bet a game. I wasn't in love with any basketball today. I just wasn't. Not the NBA and not the first 4. I wasn't in love with the NIT. Now, a game that I'm going to give you out in a second almost made it to a premium play. But if I'm not going to bet, I would never ask you to bet. Remember something, guys. I understand when you're hot, you strike while the iron's hot. And I am hot. I'm the hottest guy in college basketball. I could have put plays out and hope I win them. Why do that? I don't mean I'd rather lose with a game I love than win with a game I don't. But I can't half-ass anything. You'll see right through me. I'm not full of crap, guys. I may be loud, obnoxious, but I'm not full of crap. I'll never ask you to bet something that I would not bet. I'm in the trenches with you. Having said all that, I promise you we're going to start this tournament winning big. This is an ideal time. Take advantage of that buy one, get one offer. But I didn't want to leave you stranded out there. Something I do like a bit in the NIT. I want to tell you, it almost made it up as a premium play if the line would have been a little bit shorter. All right. I want to talk about this matchup. CS Northridge and Stanford. My friends, the Cardinal is no stranger to the NIT tourney. They won the championship in 1991, 2012, and 2015. I think they've been here more than a dozen times. They also get to play this game where? At the Maples Pavilion, where they are an astounding 16-2 this season. Let's keep going with all the edges on the home team here, folks. Stanford has never lost to Northridge, 6-0 lifetime against them. They last met in November of 2023 at home when they came away with an 88-79 win. As a matter of fact, over the last 4 meetings, average margin of victory, 16.3 points per game. While the Matadors, they are a good team. I believe they tied their wins record this season. Don't quote me on that. I believe that's what I read. They do fall flat when they have to step up in class. They were shredded by the Bonnies in their season opener, 70-56. Crushed by the Trojans in mid-December, 90-69. And they were taking 10 points against UCSD at the end of January. Guys, they were humiliated, 79-54. They've also failed to cover 3 of their last 4 as a true road team. Stanford, they've got the height, the speed, the muscle, and the depth to dominate this matchup. Not only that, but they're one of the most accurate teams in the nation from the free throw line, and I do believe this game is going to get physical, folks. Lay the points for the Cardinal. Take your bookmakers' money. It's a winner. Guys, let's bring everybody back here. We're going to run down everybody's plays again, so in case you came in late and you missed it, not a problem. A couple of quickies I do want you to know. We've got a couple of announcements, guys, and please, while I remember most of this off the top of my head, I don't want to miss anything. Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday, it's hump day.
Hump day.
You know what that means, guys. Anyway, Dan the man, Dan the professor will be on. Stevie Seagrave will be back. We're going to have the body, Jesse Schul here. I love when Jesse's on. Thursday, Wes will be back on. We'll have Jesse on. We got a full cast. We got Stevie and the Jersey wise guy, Sean Higgs. Right. Guys, my accent comes out even more when Sean's around. Friday, as of right now, it just might be the first family. We don't know yet. We're getting more and more people. I know Tom Macrina, who's also known as Rye Cape, is going to be coming on. We have a new guy, Big Daddy. We're going to look to get him on. Some of the other regulars at SportsMemo are going to come on. Guys, we're going to get them all on. Having said that, Dionne, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so please make sure that you subscribe because you don't want to forget to hit that like button. And this way you will be reminded every time that the first family is getting ready to go live because you do not want to miss any of these big free winners that this amazing cast does have.
Now, real quick, by the way, well said.
Thank you.
All right. Real quick, does anybody on the panel have somebody? I know you got Brian, Dan. I don't want to put anybody in the spot. I mean, if it's a premium play, you don't have to. You can at least allude to it. I can tell you that Dan and I, when we were going over numbers last night, it was a tough night for us, but we still said, you know what? We got to work. We got to be prepared. We want to go into the tourney not being all abreast of what's going on. There's a couple of games that really stood out to me. I circled like 9 or 10 all out of the first 32 games. Is there a big dog or anything anybody wants to talk about in the first round? We'll keep the widescreen open. Sniper Wes, anything that kind of stood out to you?
Yeah, you know, I think that, believe it or not, I think that High Point can bark here, Joe. High Point can shoot the 3. If you remember last year, Purdue, they blew it, right, with Zach Edey and that Painter coach. I mean, he figures out a way to blow games, and I kind of like High Point. This could be a premium play, to be honest with you. But I watch out for High Point. They can definitely be a barking dog.
Good stuff. Sniper West says High Point. I'm just looking for my notes. What about you, Steve?
I like Dan's play of Bryant plus the points. That's a local team for me as a New England guy. But I'm looking to fade Iowa State here based on their injuries, especially with Gilbert. Lipscomb I don't know if they win this game outright, but I love them with the 14.5 points. I think they could be a sneaky one here, especially because they're so good at shooting threes and they shoot a ton of them. So if they get hot, this could be a spot that you could really take advantage of. And I do like them plus the points.
Great stuff from Stevie Seagrave. Dan, you gave us Bryant. You care to give anything else that might have caught your eye?
It's not a big dog, but what stands out to me is the line's surprising. That's the Michigan game. They come in as a 5 seed, win the Big Ten tournament, second or third in the Big Ten for the season. They're coming in like 2.5 point favorites against the 12 seed. The problem with Michigan is they turn the ball over a lot, and the team they're playing, which I can't remember the name off the top of my head, they force a lot of turnovers. That I know I could see Michigan choking big time and losing in the first round in this one.
I mentioned earlier in the show that Dan really knows these Michigan teams. He really is. I mean, we did a lot of shows even during college football. He would come in for or against Michigan or Michigan State or whatnot. He knows that conference pretty well, too. Dan and I looked at a bunch of things this morning. There was some small favorites. Some things that did stand out. Just stood out. NC Wilmington getting 15.5-16 against Texas Tech. I know how much how much better they are. But, you don't know how much Texas Tech is going to be holding back come the second half when they have a little bit of a lead, guys. You got to take that into consideration. Utah State is a game team. They're playing against UCLA. That's my alma mater, not the one in California.
And I agree with Ben with Liberty also.
Likes Liberty. I know it's only 1.5 too. Baylor, it can play tough here against Mississippi State. Norfolk State getting 28.5 against Florida. Once again, there is no doubt in my mind. I don't think Florida's going to lose this game outright. But it's one of them games. Of the underdogs, I don't know, a couple of small favorites that sneak out to me, but there are some real opportunities, especially in the first round. I don't know if I saw a team yet, and I'll know by tomorrow's show if I think really said, wow, this is a near double-digit or double-digit dog that's really going to upend and surprise everybody. Every year we get one or two of these. Every year we get one of these teams that goes through the first 2 rounds too. So it's really interesting to see what our panel have on the show tomorrow and even Thursday morning. But you're going to be getting a lot of information over the next few days about the tournament. And guys, just because it's not the big dance, don't dismiss the NIT, the CBI, or even the CIT, which, by the way, me, Dan, Sean, Steve, Sean's a big guy. Steve and Wes, we are going to be in the CIT tournament. We've got no, I'm kidding. As a 5, I'll tell you one thing. Stevie Seagrave can shoot that ball from the outside. Sean's a big inside.
I used to be able to.
Me and Sniper Wes are the best backcourt in the tournament. And
is it a half-court game?
Is it a no? But we will have oxygen available to us throughout the game. We'll just have it.
Thank God.
Guys, we're going to run through the free plays. Dionne's going to have a couple of announcements that we're out the door. I want to thank you for joining us today. Sniper, Stevie, tell us what everybody had for you today.
I'm going with Mark Williams over 13.5 rebounds plus assists today against the Atlanta Hawks.
Sniper Wes has 2. Let him give you both of them back-to-back. Wes, what did you have in the NBA tonight?
We got Atlanta and Charlotte over 236.5 and the Blues Predators over 5.5.
My good buddy Dan Kaiser, what'd you have for everybody?
Bryant plus 17.5 over my Michigan State Spartans.
Prettiest girl on this panel. Dionne, what'd you have today?
I'm going to go ahead and lay the 4.5 with Satan Bonaventures.
And your sexy and savory host is going to take the Cardinal tonight, Stanford minus 6.5. If this line was a little lower, it would have made it as a premium play. Our dogs are having fun on the big couch. Guys, Dionne's got a couple of announcements, and then we are going to head on out of here. D.
Yeah, so please don't forget to follow all of our guests on their social media pages and websites, as well as myself and Joey. And tune in to all of the First Family shows for a ton of free winners, some great betting insights, and, of course, a few laughs. And on behalf of Steve, Sniper Wes, Dan, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Don't forget about that bracket that I'm showing you right now, wt.buzz/bracket. Don't forget, today is $5 Tuesday. I almost said F it. Fudgy, I'm going to go and buy everybody's $5 plays, guys. Everybody out there, we want to thank you for all your warm wishes about Dice and your prayers. Tip a beer to El Dice. We used to call him El Dice too. El Dice. He was on my little tauntaun. My McMuffin. Dice-a-roni and Dice, baby. We thank you. We love you guys. Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.